it's Christine the Haunt Girl, and today I am talking about Hunt for the Crimson Fang by Castle Escapes. If you're new to my channel, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming escape room reviews, haunted attraction walkthroughs, or anything else of the sort I do here on the channel. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel. It really helps me out. First off, I want to thank Castle Escapes and Escape the Rumors for inviting me to play this game. Hunt for the Crimson Fang is a nocturnal underground tactical squad that needs your help. A lone vampire hunter has been separated from their unit and now requires support to defeat the bloodsucker in charge. Can you make your way deep into the vampire lair and out again before the master's thirsty minions return? A mission both horrific and hilarious. It is a 60-minute game. They suggest you be 14 or over to play. I also highly suggest you should be 14 or over to play. This is a vampire game with some adult humor and some adult moments as far as like it's vampires. So I don't think that this game is necessarily the best for young children. I feel like this is one that might give them some nightmares, but that's just me. They rate this as difficulty medium. I personally think this is a medium difficulty game for new players and probably slightly more difficult for experienced players. The reason I say that is there's a lot of puzzles and moments in this game where experienced players are going to feel a little bit like that's against our preconceived notions about what happens in games, and therefore may not make the same decisions that a new player would make because of our experience. And sometimes that gets in the way in escape rooms that are really outside of the box. There's one puzzle that has a little bit of outside knowledge, but you can always talk to the avatar for that, or your game master for that. I want to say avatar because when I went into this game, I thought this was a live action escape room with an avatar in the room playing while I was telling them what to do. The whole time I played the game, that's what I thought was happening. However, that is not what's happening. So I thought the puzzles in this game were overall really unique and fun and different, and just the visually it's very, very well done. It felt like a haunt, and then I found out it was a haunt. These are haunters that, haunt people that did this theme, which it went really well in with what they had available to them, and it looks great. So there were a few moments, though, where I felt like the game master was making, or the avatar was making weird decisions, like resetting a lock or like going the long way to get to where we said to go. Like, just go straight there. Leave the lock. Leave it open. Why are you resetting things and doing this? At the end of the game, I found out that this indeed is not an avatar in a physical location while you're playing. This is a game master who is audibly talking to you as though they are the avatar. But every single video that you're seeing in the game is pre-recorded. It's all been pre-recorded. So they're doing the sound for you by talking, responding to you and everything, and you are choosing what happens. However, they are like manually putting the next clip on. So if you didn't reset the locks, that would make it much more difficult to scan the room, for example, because then they'd have to know whether the locks were open or not. So they just reset everything as they're going along, so that way when you're looking over the room. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what? That was my response. Literally, I was just like, my mind broke, and I was just like, I just played an entire game, and I thought there was a person physically in a location doing this game, and there were moments where I was like, what are they doing? Why are they doing that? But overall, I never really realized that they were not physically there in the moment doing it as I told them to do it. So when you know that going into it, I think it makes this game just such an incredible, different, unique, outstanding experience. If you go into it thinking they're physically there playing, I feel like there's a chance you'll have some of the same moments of frustration that I did of like, what, why aren't they just doing that? Or why won't they try the thing I asked them to try? Like sometimes they'll, if you ask to do something that is completely off track, they may not have a video for that. So there has to be a response, an improvised response from the game master to like tell you why that's not going to happen or why they're not going to do that right now. So it's just really like, I was like, what? I really thought that the visuals of the game were incredibly well done. Again, incredibly impressed by the organization and the ability of our game master to just walk us through it, like play a game with us, like give us the right videos and everything without any mistakes and us never knowing that we weren't talking to an avatar that was physically there. Because it's pre-recorded, they have some really incredible moments that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get in a live escape room, especially during a pandemic where things can be pre-recorded with, other stuff that you wouldn't get to do. I don't want to give it away. Anyway, some really cool moments. I loved the ending. I loved the decision making and the way that some of the puzzles play out that almost feels less like a puzzle and more like decisions. I mean, everything that you do is a decision in a game, but you know what I mean? It feels more like decision making than just solving puzzles, which I loved that. Even though they are puzzles, don't get me wrong. There's some just really outside of the box thinking that you will need to do as a player in order to get through this game. I want to give them like kudos, big kudos for just what they've pulled off. But you just know that it's not it's just an audio game basically. It's just incredibly done. So for the unique and interesting way that this game is pulled off, 100% thoroughly impressed. The actual puzzles and things, like I said, there was one that has a little bit of prior knowledge in some of those moments like that where you're like, oh, okay. But overall, the puzzles are logical. They are interesting. There's some pretty cool stuff that they pulled off, puzzle-wise and just overall. So I would recommend checking them out. Again, I will put their link in the description below. If you've played this game, please let us know in the comments what you thought. Please don't give any specific puzzle spoilers. We don't want to ruin the game for anyone. And also, if you have any other games that you recommend that I check out, please let me know either in the comments here or hit me up in the DMs on Instagram at @thehauntgirl. If you'd like to check out more, I also have a blog where I throw all my YouTube videos and everything and some other older reviews that are written out, as well as some lists and some stuff coming up for Halloween season there on thehauntgirl.com. All right, well, thanks for watching.